entering kind of the corporate world, which is a little bit terrifying, but we'll see.
They had it all: fame, fortune, championships, and millions of fans watching their every move. Yet, one by one, these 10 women golfers walked away from it all. Some left at the peak of their careers, while others turned down millions of dollars, and the reasons behind their decisions will absolutely shock you. From world number ones who vanished overnight to major champions who chose diapers over drivers, these are the real stories behind some of the biggest exits in women's golf history. What you're about to discover will make you question everything you thought you knew about success, sacrifice, and what it really takes to survive on the LPGA Tour. Not ruined by scandal but by choice, these careers ended on their own terms. Starting at number 10, we have 2 golfers for the price of one, Caroline and Elizabeth Shackle, who both walked away. Caroline and Elizabeth Shackle walked away from professional golf to enter the corporate world, a leap that can be terrifying, but in 2024, at just 30 and 31 years old, they chose a new path. What makes this even more striking is that Sokol earned $1.88 million over 6 seasons, with 9 top 10 finishes and a victory at the 2023 Dow Great Lakes Bay Invitational. By any measure, that's success. So why quit? The truth is simple. Financial independence has made early retirement viable. With the LPGA's record $131 million in purses, for 2025 a massive jump from $73 million in 2021, players can earn enough early in their careers to pursue other life goals. Yet what often goes untold is that these women realized that the relentless grind of the tour, missing weddings, birthdays, and ordinary life experiences, was no longer worth it. As English reflected, leaving was definitely bittersweet. Sad to be done after so long, but excited for the next step. Did they ruin their careers, or did they save their lives? That's the question no one asks. At number 9, 3-time Solheim Cup star Joreina Mendoza announced her retirement in July 2024, expecting her second child. While it may sound like a beautiful choice, the full story is deeper. Joreina turned pro in 2007, fought her way through the big break, battled the Epson Tour, and finally reached the LPGA Tour, representing the United States 3 times at the Solheim Cup. Motherhood ultimately called, and she answered. As she shared on Instagram, she was looking forward to a 4th trimester where I'm just soaking in the moments of the newborn phase without focusing on training or getting back in the game. The harsh reality is that male golfers rarely face such decisions, but for women on tour, these personal choices often define the trajectory of their careers. While male golfers like Justin Thomas, Ricky Fowler, and Scottie Scheffler are often celebrated when they become fathers, for women on the tour, parenthood can be a career ender. Joreina Mendoza's story raises the question: did she choose to quit, or did the system make it impossible for her to stay? At number 8, we meet a player who hasn't officially retired, but might as well have 7-time major champion B. Park. A former world number 1 and Hall of Famer, she hasn't played in an LPGA event since August 2022. That's over 2 years of silence from one of the greatest players in women's golf history. Speculation suggests she is focusing on family and life in South Korea, but at only her mid-30s, she could still compete at the highest level, win majors, and inspire a new generation. Did injuries push her out? Did the pressure become too much? Or did she simply decide life outside of golf mattered more? Her disappearance highlights how quickly women golfers can be forgotten, even legends. At lucky number 7, former world number 1, So-Yen Ryu retired in 2024 at just 34 years old. Ryu spent 158 consecutive weeks atop the world rankings, won 6 times on tour, and earned over $12.2 million in official winnings. Yet the COVID-19 pandemic changed everything for her. She realized she missed living in South Korea and wanted a stable life with her family. Her final start, the 2024 Chevron Championship, ended with a missed cut. It's a stark reminder that even the greatest champions don't always get the fairy tale exit they leave, because life calls them in a different direction. In women's golf, when the desire fades, there's often no safety net to keep players going. The average age of the top 10 male golfers is 30.9, while for the top 10 women, it's just 25.6, with none over 30, a statistic that highlights a deeper crisis in the sport. At number 6, we meet 8-time LPGA winner and fan favorite Brittany Lindholm. Her story is heartbreaking because it's so relatable. While volunteering at her daughter's school, opening snack bags and helping students with trash, she realized, this is so much more enjoyable than hitting golf balls. At 39, with 8 LPGA victories, Brittany chose school volunteering over professional golf. The harsh reality is that LPGA purses rarely exceed $400,000, compared to nearly $2 million for PGA Tour events, and the absence of a lucrative senior tour for women leaves players with few options to continue competing. At number 5, Ally Ewing played her last competitive round in November 2024. A multi-time LPGA winner, consistent top performer, and model professional, she left the game to focus on motherhood and family. Fatherhood can boost the careers of PGA Tour players, but motherhood often ends women's careers, a reality shaped by biology, societal expectations, and the structure of professional golf. Number 4 brings veteran Angela Stanford, who retired in 2024 at 46 after 23 years on tour. With 7 victories, 1 major, 6 Solheim Cup appearances, and service on the LPGA Player Executive Committee, Stanford revealed the grind had simply worn her down. While male golfers regularly compete into their late 40s and 50s, women like Stanford face systemic barriers to career longevity. At number 3, former teen phenom Michelle Y. West retired in 2023 at just 33 after 5 LPGA wins, a history of nagging injuries and relentless scrutiny. Michelle qualified for her first LPGA event at age 10, played against men, and appeared on magazine covers before even hitting puberty. The pressure, constant attention, and physical strain from injuries and swing changes ultimately made her career unsustainable, illustrating the brutal realities young women face in professional golf. By the age of 33, Michelle Y. West had endured a lifetime of scrutiny and relentless pressure. Constant media speculation about whether she was fulfilling her potential, combined with nagging injuries and the physical demands of the game, led her to step away from golf and focus on family and life outside the sport. Her career wasn't ruined by a lack of talent, it was shaped and ultimately constrained by being thrust into superstardom before she was ready. At number 2, the legend Annika Sornom shocked the world when she retired at 37. With 72 LPGA wins, 10 majors, 8 Player of the Year awards, and countless records, she stepped away due to a lack of motivation and a desire to start a family. In men's golf, players often peak at this age. Phil Mickelson won a major at 50. Tom Watson nearly claimed the British Open at 59, highlighting a stark gender disparity. Sornom went on to build an incredible post-golf career, captaining Solheim Cup teams, designing courses, creating the Annika Academy, and even winning the 2021 US Women's Senior Open at age 50. Yet one can't help but imagine how many more records and majors she might have claimed if the system had allowed her to continue. And finally, at number 1, the most shocking retirement in women's golf history. Lorena Oe, who quit at just 28 while ranked number 1 in the world. After 158 consecutive weeks at the top, 27 LPGA titles, and 2 major championships, Oe walked away at the peak of her powers. She cited a desire to focus on family, personal projects, and building her foundation, which today funds schools for 360 underprivileged children in Guadalajara, Mexico. From a traditional golf perspective, she left championships, records, and millions on the table, but from a life perspective, she chose happiness, family, and purpose. The real story here is clear. These 10 women didn't ruin their careers through scandal or poor decisions. They left a sport that demands everything: your youth, your mental and physical health, your chance at a normal family life without the safety nets men enjoy through lucrative senior tours. They chose to walk away before golf consumed them, and perhaps that was the smartest decision they ever made. The question isn't whether they ruined their careers, it's whether the system of women's professional golf needs to change to allow these incredible athletes to stay longer, thrive, and balance life with the game they love.